Action. Brightburn review. Action. Superman was evil. What's going on, moviegoers all over the world? My name is Ryan D, aka the Ryan680.
I'm Angela, that cat lady Ange.
And this is Alamo City Movie Talk. Movie talk for movie fans, guys, where we bring the movie world into your ears and into your devices, guys. All right, so let's get right to it. This is our review of Brightburn, and man, have we had a busy weekend this weekend. Just nonstop movies at the theater, Draft House.
Definitely. Yeah,
just been nonstop back-to-back movies, and wow, just what a weekend. We kicked it off this week with Aladdin, and then to knock it all off with these two, we got another movie review coming out to you. Be sure to look it up too as well, guys. Be sure to hit that subscribe, and be sure to hit that little bell to get notified when we bring up our movie reviews and everything else. All right, so let's get right to it. This is our Brightburn review. Man, just by the trailers, this movie was really interesting to see, as far as as the concept of it, the idea of this film, guys.
It was definitely an interesting concept.
Yes.
If you all know the telltale sign of Superman, he's comes to Earth as a baby, he's raised among us, but he's good. I like the concept what if he's not so good? What if we have this being with superhuman strength, all the qualities of Superman, laser eyes. What if he's evil? And exactly. I liked that horror aspect.
Yeah. Concept. And so this was actually written by Brian Gunn, Mark Gunn, and it was produced by James Gunn. They were really marketing it as produced by James Gunn and everything. And to know that this is a Sony movie, ladies and gentlemen, by the way. And so, so pretty much if Superman was evil, this is what he would be in that concept and that idea of it. And okay, so, what did you think of this movie, Angela? We're going right into, just story-wise,
as much as I didn't like the story, I did like... The thing I did like about it, though, it was not told as a Superman when he's an adult. This character, this alien, he's not an adult when this goes down. He's still a kid. And I like how they keep it that way. Yeah. Whenever he does find out that he has these powers, that he's, not adopted, that he's believed his whole life. Yeah. That he's actually not from this world. I liked that we have that because it wouldn't make make sense to me if it was an adult alien with superpowers figuring this out and then turning evil. It makes more sense that it's the teenager who's kind of going through changes himself. And I actually like that. As far as the plot, though, that's the only thing I really liked. Yeah, I have to agree with you there. Story wise, so this movie actually get us started right away. It gets, has the pretty good idea list of it, and it does create this concept of it. But I'm trying not to mention any spoilers. But so going into this movie, it was really intriguing in the beginning, and then it just fell short right in the middle of the first act. I would say when it started getting more of just the writing, it didn't feel as strong as the action was, because we'll go more in depth on it, but the action sequences of this movie was phenomenal. I would say the action, the goriness of this movie, it was really good. I would say the execution of the scenes was very well done. But I would say story wise as a whole, it wasn't completely all there. I agree with you. It had a good start. It captured our attention right from the bat. It told a story. It set up the characters pretty quickly. Yeah. For being a 91, this was a 90-minute movie. For being a 91-minute movie, it felt very long too. It just it was kind of dull. Even towards the climax of the movie, it just felt very dull for me. But like I said, it just story-wise, it wasn't there. It didn't have a strong story. It couldn't. For being a 90-minute movie, we're used to 2-hour movies at least, and for being a short film, 90-minute movie, it did not feel that way whatsoever. I felt like it felt very prolonged, I guess you could say, so to speak. It did drag a little bit. Yeah. I think what helped or what made it feel like it dragged was a lot of the scenes were predictable. So it kind of it was set up to where we knew what was going to happen in the next minute or two just by the way the scene was set up. And for me, I think it was okay, that actually did happen. It wasn't a shock factor as much for me. I did enjoy the scenes, the gore, some of those little pop-up scare moments. But overall, I think it was just predictable. I think that's what made it drag out a little bit more for me. This is actually
actors, of course, I give praise to Elizabeth Banks. Jackson A. Dunn was the kid, and the kid actually did pretty darn well, I would say.
I would say all the cast did well. I would say, Elizabeth Banks. I say the kid who portrayed what was it? The character's name. Brandon Baker?
Yes, Brandon Baker. Yes.
And I feel
Brandon Bayer. Bayer, yeah, Baker.
I think he did very well. I think the dad character did very well. All the side characters. Yeah. I think they did good. Considering I don't have any problem with the acting. It was just maybe the storytelling, in my opinion. Oh yeah. I mean, I felt like this film was really, I love the idea of this movie, but it was poorly executed story-wise. Action sequences were great, amazing. I really did love it so much when it came to the action sequences. And then when it came down to it, though, when it comes to the ending, the visual, I mean, all the visuals and everything, just like I said, just story-wise, and it felt good to me. So I felt like the story should have been a lot stronger. I felt like the writer should have gone more, I don't want to say more in depth, but I did love it that they kept it. They kept it, I guess you could say, Clark Kent, mini Clark Kent. They didn't keep it as Superman, or to keep it as an adult, which I loved, because I kind of wanted him to stay a kid and to see that aspect, because a kid's always like, it feels like more, I don't want to say more powerful, but it just feels like more believable. Yeah, I guess you could say, sort of speak. For me, I was a little confused as to what the climax was. I feel like the climax was maybe like the last scene before the movie ended. Mm-hmm. And for me, that didn't really make too much sense. No, yeah. I think that's one of the other problems that I had. I think it just ties into all the storytelling. But I think overall, I enjoyed watching it. I think the actors did great. I would have liked to seen a stronger story. Yeah. But overall, I think the concept was pretty unique and pretty original. No, yeah, this I guess you could say, so to speak, was it original, but it just took the concept of Superman. But it is because like we see this concept of like this mighty hero who has all this power and does good. Yeah, I mean and to see it into a horror, I would say this is a superhero horror genre, I guess you could say, so to speak, and that was the aspect of this film, and maybe we'll see more of this. I mean, I'm happy to see that if there is a calling for this, if there is a genre for this, they would make it superhero horror, I guess you could say, and and to see it, I mean, we'll find out in the box office and everything when it does get released into the until we see the numbers and everything, and maybe Sony will start making movies like this, and if they do, I'm on board for it. This is a stepping stone into that aspect, into that genre. But it's hard though, because a lot of good movies came out this weekend. We have Booksmart, Brightburn, we have Aladdin, yeah. John Wick did it come out this weekend? No, it's the second weekend. But still, that's a strong running movies. People are still seeing the Avengers movies. So you have all of these competing movies. Yeah. So I'm hoping that the studio doesn't rely completely on numbers, because they had a lot of competition. And I would like to see them continue this kind of genre. I want to see more movies like this. I think it's a pretty neat concept. Was this the film we deserved? Yeah, I would say so. I think we needed that different perspective, because we have been watching all these good superhero movies like the Avengers that just came out, Ant-Man and the Wasp, all of these movies. And I think to see like a superhuman body do evil, essentially, I think that's refreshing. No, yeah, agreed. I would agree with you there. Now let's go to I will say this is that was this the film we deserved? I mean, I'll say yes, because of that genre aspect, because the idea of it, I love that idea. I love that aspect of it. Now going into ratings. Now when we go into ratings of this, obviously our ratings are going to be a little not showing too much praise of this film. But what would you rate this, Angela? After much consideration, I would probably rate it a 5. Yeah. Because I love the concept. I love the idea. Yeah, I just don't think it was executed as well as it should have been. But it was entertaining to watch. I did like that it was more on the gore side than like the creepy, scary side. Mm-hmm. I think I appreciated that a little bit more. Yeah. It made more sense. But I would still stick with a 5. Yeah, I know. Yeah, like I said, this is actually a film, guys. If you haven't already, be sure to check it out at theater near you. This is a film for all the superhero goers. I mean, this is a film for anyone in any really horror or anything like that. It really goes in depth on it,
on the goriness of this movie. I can't. That's a really good praise on that. I'm gonna have to go with the 5.2 as well. It just, like I said, just the goriness was great. I mean, the actors and actresses were great. I would just feel though at the very end, the third act for Elizabeth Banks, I felt just, I don't know, it just for her, I didn't believe it towards the end.
Again, I think it was tying into the predictable nature of the film. We kind of when you see it, that last scene with Elizabeth Banks, it makes sense because of what's happened in the previous film.
Yeah, and let us know everybody on the comments down below. I mean, maybe you loved it so much. Let us know in the comments down below. Maybe you really did love it. I mean, share us your thoughts of it. We loved it for the goriness, for the action sequences. I loved it for that. But story-wise, I didn't like it so much as far as it comes down to it. You know, the writing and everything. But yeah, would you recommend this movie?
I would say give it a chance.
Yeah,
I would definitely. I think if you really like that horror aspect, if you like that type of genre, I would definitely give it a chance. If I had to choose between opening weekend, maybe I wouldn't be my first choice.
Yeah, no, I hear you.
But I would definitely give it a chance.
Oh yeah, I would definitely give this movie a chance, guys. Any horror guys, superhero fans out there, be sure to check it at a theater near you. Would you buy this movie?
Sadly, no.
Yeah, I'm gonna say no too. It's the same.
If it went on a good sale for digital copy, maybe $10 and below, guys. All right, man, as always, I'm your host Ryan D, aka Ryan 680. I'm Angela, that cat lady Ange,
and this is Alamo City Movie Talk, guys. Be sure to hit that subscribe button. Thank you for watching. Thank you for making us a part of your day. And ladies and gentlemen, be sure to check check Brightburn out, guys. It's gonna be a great movie to go see. As far as superheroes, you're already going in with that aspect of like it's gonna be an intense movie, and that's what we went to. We went through it. We went going into it, intense movie, intense superhero horror genre, and so I mean, we loved it for the right reasons, then we didn't like it for the right reasons. So thank you guys for making us a part of your day. Have a wonderful day, guys. Get up now.